How is it going everyone? I hope you are all okay. You might remember that a couple of weeks ago we looked into Efootball, which is the successor of Pro Evolution Soccer. Today we are going to be looking at probably one of the most played and loved PES games. I am of course talking about PES 6. So without any further ado, let's dive into this classic. Before we get into the menu, it seems the game wants us to play France against Czech Republic game. And just look at these graphics, they bring back great memories. We get the players coming out of the tunnel and some random guy just standing there. These faces actually look much better than what they did in eFootball when it first came out. I don't even know who this guy is meant to be, but even he looks better. And I actually find this presentation cutscenes quite nice. And just as I thought that we were about to kick off, this happens. The game just went back to the loading menu. There was no match between Czech Republic and France. We've been trolled by a 17-year-old game. Anyway, we're in the main menu now and it doesn't look like the game has many modes to choose from. It does however have everything you'd expect, from Master League to League mode to Cups and even Training mode. As expected, they had problems with licenses at the time and they couldn't even come up with a creative replacement name for the Premier League. We also have teams like the West Midlands Village, West London White and South East London Reds. This is something an American basketball team would name themselves. The licenses for the stadiums are not much better, although this stadium does resemble the Camp Nou. They do have a couple of real life stadiums though, but it's only 3 of them. Anyway, let's get into the training mode and let's see how the game feels like. As a start, it does feel quite robotic, but I think this was to be expected considering its age. Anyway, I tried to do a couple of things and it seems the game doesn't really like chipping the keeper. I also tried to get the keeper to come out and it finally worked after about 10 minutes. But I still couldn't chip him. And now let's see if Van der Sar can score. There was definitely a reason why he was in goal. So I found the free kick mode, but I think I'll move on from it quite quickly. Anyway, I realized we didn't really look much at the other leagues to see what teams they have. It seems the French league is fully licensed, which is nice to see. The Serie A also looks to be fully licensed, and so is the La Liga, although they don't have the official name for the league. So it seems every league available is fully licensed. Apart from the Premier League of course, which only has 2 teams available. Anyway, look at how good Inter Milan and Real Madrid were back then. Anyway, let's now get into the game. In the orange arena, the flags and the flares are already out. With this out of the way, let's kick off. Ivan Cordoba is ready with those Brexit tackles.
He could have been killed.
Anyway, Stankovic has a great opportunity to score, but Roberto Carlos comes and defends. I don't know about anyone else, but I also remember this game for being really easy to defend against, but very difficult to score as well. And this seems to be the case in this first half as well. With this being said though, Real Madrid get a free kick on the edge of the box, and Zanetti gets booked. Beckham is taking the free kick but it goes straight into the wall, so nothing comes out of it. I also missed the time when the timer would just say stoppage time instead of saying what time it actually is. Anyway, it's now half time and not much really happened, but I did realize most of the crowd is the same 3 people multiple times. Anyway, the second half is now underway and Vieira is deciding to just destroy everyone. Van Nistelrooy has a rare chance now, but it goes well wide of the goal. And Adriano somehow misses this. This was the last big chance of the game before the final whistle, and the game is now going to penalty kicks. Let's see if I remember how to take them.
Too close to the keeper. He rarely misses from here. Beautifully done. He's put it away. No problem for the keeper. Too deadly from 12 yards out. He's got it. It's in. He puts it to the left corner. He's made it. Oh, the agony. He fluffed it. It sailed off to the... Could this be the winning goal? He scored, the game's over!
So I thankfully win the game on penalties. Anyway, while looking through the teams again, I realized that Juventus is in the other leagues section rather than in Serie A. After a quick Google search, it turns out that this is the year Juventus was actually relegated, hence them not being available in Serie A. Anyway though, let's recreate the World Cup final in PES 6. Zidane looks ready to headbutt someone again, and just like that the game is underway. Riquelme has a lot of space and shoots, but it's only saved by the French keeper. On the other side now, Zidane decides to kick the ball to row Z. Nothing much has happened as most of the game is being played in the midfield area. This corner kick has been the biggest chance in a while, but even this came to nothing. A couple of minutes later though...
Decent ball in! Crespo! Fantastic goal! It's the...
Argentina are 1-0 up. Zidane really is out there to get someone and he gets a yellow card. Not long after this though, Argentina have a corner and score again, making it 2-0 and quite difficult to come back. And the game does indeed end 2-0 to Argentina. Anyway, let's now go and see what a PES 6 Master League looks like. And first up we have the option to choose between the default players, which look to be the teams that come with the game. And we also have the match mode players, which I'm not exactly sure what it is. But let's try it out. Okay, so I choose Barcelona, and for some reason we can choose what division to be in. We are currently in Division 2 for some reason. I'm not sure exactly how to change the league or the division I mean, so let's just get into it. So I think I realized what this mode is. I believe they just give you default low rated players and they want you to go from there and to build your way back up. I don't know about anyone else, but this calendar of fixtures looks a bit congested. I'm not sure what happened, but I went into a game and it looks like Barcelona has their prime team again, while the players I thought I had went to the other team. As expected, we are in the Catalonia stadium, so let's kick the game off. Anyway, this happens with literally the first attack of the game. I somehow managed to score within the first 2 minutes. Not long after this though,
Takes the shot. That's a great goal.
we are only 13 minutes in though, so there is plenty of time to get the 3 points. Not much happened after the equalizer, but then
It's an own goal.
I'm not even sure how this can happen, but it is clearly an Alisson Becker sort of mistake. Anyway, still quite early on in the game, so we can still pull back.
Still in the box. He bounces on the rebound. And it's there.
With this out of the way, let's go into the edit mode and see what we can do. Okay, so I found Fernando Torres, so let's modify him for no specific reason. Firstly, let's make him as short as we possibly can. 148 centimeters will do. Let's also make him 46 because why not? And let's also change his position. Who needs Messi or Ronaldo when you've got a midget 46-year-old Fernando Torres? Especially with these amazing stats. He can literally do anything you want him to do. With this being said, let's see how good of a goalkeeper he is. Just look at how tiny he is. He is now about to face the first shot of his goalkeeper career and he actually saved it. To be fair though, it wasn't a great shot, but a save is a save nevertheless. Why is Gallen taking a free kick? And why is the free kick inside the box? And how can you miss a free kick so badly? It's been about 10 minutes now and I haven't scored once against Torres. I'm starting to wonder why he wasn't a goalkeeper in real life. Let's see how he is at penalties. Why is Gallen taking the penalties as well? Anyway, he shoots and actually scores. It only took me about 25 minutes to score against Fernando Torres, and it was from a penalty. Anyway, it seems Torres is not great at saving penalties as he concedes his third in a row, but switching back to open play, he seems to be doing great again. He literally became a prime Casillas and Buffon mixed together. With this being said though, we reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please like it and subscribe. It only takes a couple of seconds and I would really appreciate it if you did. Also, if you have any suggestions of what you want to see on the channel, then please do let me know in the comments down below. And with this being said, see you in the next video.